to Luka, hooks it inside, deflected by the leaping Poole. Curry, wide open three, Thompson.
What's up, everybody? It's Coach JB with HoopStudy, and in this video we're talking about transition shooting. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so this way you know when a new video drops.
All right, now transition shooting, the key component is that the wing or the shooter understands that there's times where they need to be patient, there's times where they'll need to speed up. So let's look at a certain situation just so you can get a visual and understanding. I get an outlet pass here. We're on offense. My big is rim running, all right, and his defender's trailing. So in this situation, we have offense, and defense here. Dave should pick up the basketball, but since my big is the first one down, he's gonna have to pick up for a little bit, and then Cam would funnel and guard me. All right, now in this moment, my shooter needs to recognize, okay, Cam is picking up the basketball here, so I need to sprint and get to space quickly to space out the floor and force Cam to either pick up the ball or guard the shooter. So what that would look like here will be we start bringing the basketball down. Justin's trailing me. He understands that he needs to eventually either space out or make a decision on what angle he's going to work off of. I'm driving. Dave has to pick up the trailer. Cam has to guard me. And now Justin's going to sprint to get to his spot quickly. Now, that being said, if we look at it from a different situation, if Jay sprints full speed in front of me after I was already in front of him, right, Jay? You're trailing me first. I'm here. If he decides to not be patient, to just run as fast as he can and sprint in front of the basketball here, all right, same scenario, you're guarding here. Now, Cam's gonna have to make a decision to where he's gonna play between us and essentially eventually he's gonna have to stop the basketball, all right, and then kick, but now our spacing is a little bit thrown off, all right? So let's come back. As soon as Justin reads that Cam picks up the ball, that's when he's gonna sprint to space. So we'll jog through it. All right, I'm here. Cam picks up the ball, and now I have an opportunity for Jay to catch, flow in rhythm, and get into his shot, which was a much better situation than him sprinting forward first and then just standing here and waiting or continuing to get to the corner. So it's just one situation to where he has to read and understand what the defenders are doing, and then decide when to sprint, when to slow down, when to trail, when to cut across the floor. Again, there's no perfect situation right now. I'm just trying to give you the idea of the concepts that this wing and this shooter has to be able to think through the process and not just every time the outlet comes, Justin sprinting down the floor to his spot. He has to pick and choose when to sprint and when to slow down. Very important concept to grasp, and I hope this gives you a better understanding of it.
I'm telling you, I like what Sacramento has out there for Mike Brown next year. Santos hits it.
Now, one more situation we're going to look at on transition is if I have the basketball here, my wing is trailing me. So right now, Justin is behind me. All four of the universal principles are still in effect. The only thing that's different when Justin trails the ball is now he can communicate with me and I can pitch the basketball back. And a lot of times this has to do with communication. So if Justin's a great shooter, he might be telling me, hey, I'm trailing. That makes me aware as the ball handler to know, hey, I have an opportunity to get a pitch back and for him to get a three. So I might be pushing the ball here in transition. Justin's communicating with me and now I can pitch back and now we can get a three out of that situation. So again, just because he's trailing the ball doesn't mean those four main principles aren't still there, where he can get to the corner, he can cut across, he can hit the paint and make a play, or he can go more of a handoff. But now you have more of a pitch back to where he's trailing me, I'm driving, I can plant, kick back, and now he can catch and shoot in transition, or he can catch and then get into his slash and get into the paint and make a play.